On this episode of Preservation Denton, we're looking at one of the most important aspects of historic preservation, windows. Today, we're meeting up with former Denton City Council member and longtime preservationist Mike Cochran to find out why they're so special.
It's so wonderful to be out just north of Denton here at one of Denton's great preservation citizens here has a workshop, and I'm so excited. Come on, let's go. Well, Mike, thank you so much for allowing us to come into your workshop here. Can you tell us a little bit about where your love for old structures and buildings came from?
Well,
how did we end up at this moment?
Well, I've always liked them, and I would have to say that preservation is how I got into politics. That was trying to save old buildings. But as far as my liking old windows and working with them, when my wife and I were in our 20s still, we bought the oldest house in town, the May House. But these windows, they were designed so well that they've lasted all this time. And I think that as far as a preservationist, it's just how important the windows are for houses and for keeping the authenticity of the structure.
Just have a little bit of time, but this is an opportunity for us to show our viewers what the old windows, how they're made, and why they're important, and how easy it is really to work on them.
And yeah, I'd be happy to. I've got some examples in here. Let's go, and I can show you that they really are worth saving.
All right.
So follow me.
Sounds good.
Or let me follow you.
Okay, so here is kind of what you'll see often. This was back in the day when you ordered windows to your site. Their windows would arrive looking something like this without paint on them.
And this is a double hung weighted window, and here's a pulley right here. You can see the pulley is held in there just by a 16 penny nail, an old one there. Why don't we turn that around, and I can show you a little bit about how this would have worked. And this was each of these, or the bottom sash on this, is the one that had the weight on it. But what they did was counterbalance the weight of the window. And this would come on through and come down. And let me see if I've got an example here. Yeah, of a rail for that would have connected in there. And that would just help it rise up.
Raise the window.
Yeah, exactly. And this would go down. You can hear them clinking around a lot of times in old houses. One thing I will say is that as far as energy efficiency, there is a weak spot in a lot of the structure of these windows because it's hard to insulate these if you have a weight in there. What I've done is I've gotten a PVC pocket to put your sash weight in. And you'll place your weight in that and screw it in with...
That's a plumbing strap.
Just with a plumbing strap.
Pipe strap.
Yep, and just screw that in there, and then let that down, and that way your weights will still work, and you can have a window that operates as it was designed to operate.
That's just brilliant.
And that's what I did on the Prairie Street house.
You know, lately there's been this excitement in Denton about the possible restoration of the old City Hall West. And
yes.
I heard from someone that you actually had the original, you happened to be driving by or something when the old windows were being taken?
Well, yeah, I bought them. I bought them from the contractor that was demolishing, taking the things out, and I bought all of them. I wonder why I did that exactly, but and my wife is especially curious about it, but I still have a whole lot of them left.
Will you show us
Yeah,
one?
You want to see them? Come on
Sure.
over here, I'll show you. But here are some I still have left.
Really?
Excuse me.
That's a small one.
Yeah, this is a small one.
Look at how thick those are.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And really, they don't make windows like this anymore. And as you can tell, they are much better than the replacements they put in the 80s or the 90s.
Yeah, these are still intact.
And I've used them. In fact, in that Prairie Street house, there's one. A big 15 panel one. And
That's
so
beautiful.
Let's take this on inside. So these came out of City Hall West, but some of these were a set of 3, 12 feet high, 5 feet wide with a rounded top. They're just so beautiful.
They really are.
And you can see like the profiles here about the quality, how this is rounded here. And the reason that's rounded is that goes in to match a rounded piece on the sill.
Wow.
To make it more airtight.
Wow.
You can see up here, this area here has got like a little bit of an ogee to it.
Right
and
there.
what that did was matched another one that went up to it. And so that the quality on these is much greater than you would have on something like this.
You know, I can't thank you enough for sharing. I know this is a brief interview and a brief conversation, but for sharing just a little about what you know about our old windows. And I hope we've piqued the curiosity of people about, maybe they'll second guess the next time they're thinking about replacing their old windows.
And it's an investment in their house, and an investment in, you know, if they're interested in the authentic historical soul of their houses, then that is a really important thing for them to remember. And if any of the folks that do decide to get rid of their old windows, would you please call me? So there we go. Anyway, pleasure to have you here.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Windows might seem like an insignificant piece of a building, but they can carry as much character as any other piece. So next time you're passing by one of Denton's many historical buildings, take an extra moment to really appreciate the detail and craftsmanship of the windows. You can watch more videos about the City of Denton at youtube.com/City of Denton. I'm Roman McAllen. Thanks for watching.